Welcome back to the channel, guys. Like I said again, I'm gonna try my best to upload at least once a week. This is another video, so I'm keeping my promise. We actually have a lot of work to do, plus I have a really expensive part in this box for the Eunos. Long story short, I'm actually getting my Eunos painted in approximately 2 weeks, so I have to get it ready for paint. That means we have to get a body kit. We also have to install mirrors, which I have right here, and I'm really excited to show you these. And we just have to get it titled and registered, so I have to put these mirrors, have it running by the end of this video, because on Monday, Columbus Day, I don't work. I'm actually gonna go see if I can get my title. Once I get my title, then I'll feel confident enough to get the car painted and spend money on it. I don't want to spend money on it right now because I'm scared. What if they give me a big hassle? Don't want to give me my American title and then I'm screwed. I put all this money into this shell that I can't even register, I can't even drive. But we're going to do that Monday, so I'm going to put mirrors so I actually get my title. They're going to inspect it, so everything has to run properly. I have my Japanese title, I just don't have my American title, so we're gonna get it ready for that. So let's show you what's in the box. What's in the box? Well, let's go see and show you. And here we have the Jazz Performance mirrors. These are actually pretty pricey. They come from the UK, Jazz Performance. I think I paid 160 for these two mirrors. The only problem with these mirrors, I love the classic look. This is a classical look style mirrors. The only thing that sucks about these mirrors is the fact that my Miata is one of the earlier ones, and you actually have to drill the holes in order to fit the mirrors because the holes on the earlier ones, which was 89 to 90s, were a little bit smaller compared to all the other Miatas. As you can see, here's a little stud for the mirror, and if you try to fit it through this hole right here, if it clears, it's not big enough. You literally cannot physically put the mirror inside because it's not big enough. So I need to drill it out quite a tad bigger. So I'm gonna go get a drill and start drilling away. We're gonna go for it. Super easy, and we have our hole made a little bit bigger, so now it should fit the mirror. Alright guys, so this is where we're currently on with the Eunos. We do have the mirrors. I honestly I'm not feeling them too much. I kind of regret getting this style. They seem kind of too old and kind of too small for the car. Maybe when it gets painted, I'll start liking them. I'm going to keep them regardless because I don't have any. Maybe I'll change the style later on, but right now I'm kind of not feeling it. But I was originally going to leave, but I decided, you know what? Let's finish the car. Let's put the exhaust. So I'm going to lift this bad boy up. I'm going to put the exhaust so it can be quiet. And maybe tomorrow I'll come back and take it for another drive, because this thing has to make a pretty much a 2-hour drive, 4-hour drive, 2 hours there, 2 hours back to the DMV in Palmetto, which is 2 hours from me. So this thing has to be solid. The little while that I drove it earlier today, it felt really solid, super smooth, super peppy. It feels like a brand new car, I'll be honest with you, but it only does have 30,000 miles. So like I said again, I'm gonna lift it before I leave, maybe finish the exhaust and then drive it again and see how it looks, how it feels in the morning. Top up the coolant, put a little bit more gear oil, check the oil, and make sure this thing is solid. But for now, like I said again, let's put the exhaust and yeah, see how quiet it gets. Well guys, it's the next day, and like I said yesterday, I'm actually driving 2 hours to get this thing registered. So before I do that, I actually want to test drive it a little bit today, make sure it's not overheating, make sure it's not leaking anywhere, make sure it's driving pretty good. I also need to top off a couple things. First off, the radiator, we got to put more coolant in that. We got to put more gear oil in the transmission, and that's about it. I have to finish the exhaust. I have the remaining bolts in the MB, so we're gonna finish that, and then we're gonna take it out for a test spin. So for now, let's fill up the coolant, let's top it off and make sure that's in a desirable level. After that, gear oil, which I don't want to do because it smells, and I'm starting to like the mirrors, by the way. And after that, finish the exhaust and take it out for a spin and see how it runs. Well guys, first drive in the Eunos. As you can see, it's really quiet. She's running pretty good right now. What I'm going to do is just take it around the block. Yeah, so I'm gonna move the MB Miata out of the way and take the Eunos out for a spin and see how it feels. Well, it's time to take this thing out for a spin. I put some coolant in it. It has good oil pressure. My Japanese music is playing. Good temperature wise, and it's a little low on fuel, but we'll fix that later on. Let's put our seatbelts and take it out for a spin. Well guys, right off the bat, this thing is super peppy. It's probably because of the lightweight flywheel. It's so odd being on this side, and it feels weird just shifting in general because I'm used to having everything close to me. Now everything is really far away. So let's put it in neutral. This thing is really peppy. I don't know why. So let's just take it around the block and see what it feels like. Oh man, this is gonna get, oh man, this flywheel and clutch is gonna take a while to get used to. So let's take it out for a spin, see how it feels. I can also tell you right now, the view for these cars are really horrible because they're not meant to be on these roads. Like I literally have to lean in to even see right now. Right off the bat, I don't know if this thing is wrong, but it is overheating just a tad bit. Oh, it went back to the middle, never mind. I think the gauge is just bad, honestly. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'm gonna drive it for a little bit. I also don't know what speed I'm going at right now. It says 70 kilometers. What is that in miles per hour? But this is the first time this car has touched road in 10 years. I'm freaking happy, so happy right now. First time this thing has touched roads in the last 10 years. This thing is so sexy. It's only going to get better from here. Well guys, I'm back from my little trip. I drove this for probably 40 minutes and it drove really, really good. Feels really peppy, really responsive. It shifts like butter. It feels really great. I'm actually starting to like the mirrors as well, so I'm happy about that. But this car, it's making me really happy. It's really well kept. 30,000 miles. It feels like a brand new car. Cold AC on a car this old is freaking crazy. It has cold AC. It feels really, really good, and I'm really happy. Hopefully Monday nothing goes wrong and I do get my title for this thing so we can start spending more money on it. The reason I haven't bought the parts I wanted, like really expensive parts, is because I want to get my title first. I don't want to put money into it and then not be able to even title it or register it. The only thing I did buy expensive was the mirrors. As you can see, the Jazz Performance mirrors, they look pretty good. And the reason for that is because I'll get pulled over if I don't have any mirrors. And yeah, it looks really, really good. So I'm going to end the video here, guys. Hopefully next video you guys watch, this thing has its title and we start modifying the body. So I'll see you guys next.